It breaks my heart for all of those that have lost everything, including the life lost last night.
Right now on News 8 at 10, an aerial view. News 8 takes you to the skies, giving you a clear view of destruction left behind from last night's powerful tornadoes.
It was kind of disheartening to think that they were going to take it from students.
The University of Iowa restores scholarships to hundreds of its students, but some parents are still upset tonight why one father says there's no room to play politics with education.
Live from WQID, News 8 at 10 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Jim Mertens.
And I'm Denise Anitka. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we begin with extreme weather coverage after tornadoes tear through the Midwest. Tonight, we're learning a second person has died after the EF3 tornado that touched down in Ottawa, Illinois. Another person died after a tree fell on him during last night's storms. As we take an aerial look at the damage in Ottawa, our News 8 drone flew over the town and the neighboring community of Naplate, some of the hardest hit areas.
And people are now starting the long process of cleaning up after some neighborhoods were simply leveled. About 150 homes were destroyed between both communities.
News 8's Jenna Morton tells us tonight how both communities are now coming together so they can both move forward.
Careful, Matt.
For some, there's nothing left.
I'm just sick to my stomach. Very sick to my stomach. It's like I've lost everything.
While others are trying to pick up the pieces scattered around.
It's hard when it's photos, it's memories, it's everything.
50 out of the 200 homes in the small village of Naplate, Illinois are destroyed.
I generally ride the streets about every day. And I see them in the shape's pretty tough.
Trees on top of cars and even homes. People carrying whatever belongings they have left to their new temporary home.
And it's funny, like I still got stuff, my plants are still staying and some stuff still hanging on the walls, and then you look at this and it's like, oh my God.
For a storm that didn't last long, it left quite the impact. Right next door, the community of Ottawa, 100 homes destroyed.
It breaks my heart for all of those that have lost everything, including the life lost last night.
It's the same picture there, debris everywhere. People just trying to clean up the mess the best they can.
I've called it the war zone because it's really kind of what it looks like.
It doesn't help this tornado came in the middle of winter.
Of concern right now is obviously the dropping temperatures. As you all feel along with me, recovery efforts can become even more dangerous with dropping temperatures.
But both communities are coming together to move forward the best they can.
It's been a tough few hours, but we'll get through it.
In LaSalle County, Jenna Morton, WQAD News 8.
Anyone without a place to stay in that area is being told to go to the Ottawa High School for assistance. Ameren Energy is still working to restore power throughout LaSalle County.
Governor Bruce Rauner is vowing to offer state aid to the victims of that storm. Today, the governor toured the damage in Ottawa and Naplate, looking over homes and businesses. He also talked with victims and emergency responders. The governor crediting neighbors for helping others get to safety. He said the outcome could have been much different.
It's wonderful the way the residents in the community helped each other. They got to elderly residents and gave them a warning that the tornadoes were coming. People got into their basements.
The governor also urged insurance companies to move quickly to help the victims of the storms.
New tonight at 10, Clinton police are blocking a section of Main Avenue after a chemical spill. Police tell News 8 that the spill came from one of the buildings in that area. Hazmat teams on the scene. Police say the situation is under control. The area was evacuated. No injuries are being reported. Police say it's not clear how long Main Avenue will be shut down. Well, we saw some serious weather conditions last night. Much different case now.
Much calmer, and we like to see that out there. James Zahara has more in a first check of the forecast. Hi there, James.
Hi, Denise. Hey, Jim. And as far as our winds are concerned, yeah, there is some wind, but at least it's not, spinning like we had in some of those places last night. That's for sure. It's a cold wind, a brisk one at that has really kept those temperatures in check. Currently, we're seeing numbers around the upper 20s, but plenty of lower 30s across the board. 32 degrees right now in the Quad Cities. Not too many clouds for the time being, and the winds are a lot less. We saw a daytime high in the Quad Cities, actually around 40 degrees during the daytime, and we'll expect these numbers to cool off just a little bit more, and while those numbers will be a bit chilly once again heading into tomorrow, as we'll continue to see that brisk wind take over. What's going to be caught in that flow will be a little weather disturbance that will bring a little snow in some of our hometowns. I'll show you where that is and when it's going to arrive, coming up in just a few minutes. Jim?
All right, thank you, James. Sheriff's deputies in Maquoketa searching for 2 inmates who broke out of jail. 20-year-old Brian Joseph Willie and 19-year-old Andrew Mark Combs escaped yesterday. They were in the Jackson County Jail on burglary charges. The Sheriff's Department says the men were in the exercise yard when they pried open the steel hydraulic gate and simply took off.
Yeah, the hydraulic gate is a rather large steel gate with a hydraulic pump on it, which I thought would be virtually impossible to tamper with or pull open.
Shortly after the escape, a truck was reported stolen. Police don't believe the escaped inmates are armed, nor do they believe they're dangerous, but the Sheriff's Department is now reassessing the security in the jail yard.
The University of Iowa is reinstating scholarships for hundreds of students. Today, university leaders said they're returning scholarships to current students and those enrolling this fall. The scholarships were canceled last week as a way to make up for a budget shortfall. But the university changed course after receiving backlash from both parents and students. Tonight, News 8's Jessica Dedita joins us to tell us about one parent who says politics is getting in the way of his daughter's education.
The university revered its decision after students filed 2 class action lawsuits, one accusing the school of breach of contract. Now parents are wondering if the administrators are playing politics with education.
Here's the one they sent.
Tim Schulteis remembers the letter he got saying his daughter wasn't going to get her promised scholarship.
Well, the first thing that went through my head was, where are we going to find the money?
University of Iowa President Bruce Harold announced last week the university would cut its heritage scholarships.
Effective the fall of 2017, the Iowa Heritage Award, the year awarded, will be discontinued.
Schulteis' daughter Peyton is a freshman studying pharmacy at U of I. She, along with 3,000 other students, were awarded $1,500 a year from the school. Schulteis says he banked on the money to help pay for his daughter's tuition.
So it was definitely budgeted in the whole cost of her school and her between cost of school and books and boarding for this year. College is a pricey thing now, and every little bit helps it. So,
administrators blame the Iowa State Legislature. Lawmakers cut $8 million in funding for the school in the middle of the year. So the school said it had to cut the scholarships, leaving some parents feeling like politics are toying with their children's education.
Iowa State and Northern Iowa face the same cuts, and they found other places to cut the money. So my concern was, why would Iowa go at the students first? I don't think there's a place for politics in public education.
As a University of Iowa alumnus, Schulteis says he wants his daughter to continue the tradition.
I'm hoping everything stays like it is, yeah, but I think we're back to normal, we're fairly positive and happy she's at Iowa.
In this letter sent out to parents and students today, the president of the university said it takes its relationship with students and alumni seriously and apologized for the disruption caused to families.
And even though scholarships are being reinstated, it won't benefit all students. They will not be offered to students who enroll in 2018.
In Illinois, the Rauner administration is preparing for a potential strike by AFSCME, the state's largest labor union. Illinois website now features a new section. It's a jobs portal to recruit permanent replacement workers. AFSCME voted to authorize a strike last week. That could sideline nearly 300 local workers in 7 counties.
We are prepared if a strike were to occur. We are prepared. We will keep essential government services running.
The community without our services is a scary place, and we want to continue to be able to provide those services day after day.
Governor Rauner says that each day without a new contract costs the state about $2.5 million. AFSCME leadership will meet tomorrow in Champaign to talk about its next move. Still ahead on News 8 at 10, President Trump holding off on signing his revised immigration order.
Why there's been a sudden change of plans after last night's speech to Congress.
You're watching WQAD News 8 at 10 with Jim Mertens and Dundee Sinitka.